All right. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Divya. Basically, I'm a data analyst. I have about 7.6 years of experience, IT experience, in which currently I'm working as a Tableau data analyst. Okay. And I have almost 3.5 years of experience as an online trainer on data analytics. I possess knowledge on SQL, Tableau, Power BI, Python, statistics, and machine learning. So I do take online classes for one US consultancy as well. And along with that, I will take online classes with DurgaSoft. I teach Tableau, SQL, Power BI, and Python. Okay. So today you are here to learn Tableau class. This is it. This is our Tableau seminar. And from tomorrow at 8 p.m. IST, we are going to start a new batch on Tableau. Okay. So before starting, just let me know how many of you are from a non-IT background here. Please reply in chat. Is everyone from IT background only, or else anyone from non-IT background? Please respond, guys. Let's keep this session interactive. Respond in the chat. Okay. Remaining people, are you from IT or non-IT? Okay. Not complete data analytics course, Mehul. Currently, I'm taking SQL and Tableau courses. Great. So the reason why I'm asking this in the sense, data science, data analytics, or Tableau. Like, Tableau is a subset of data science only. I will explain you about it detailedly. But this is the only subject. I mean, data science is the only domain where which is also equally important for non-IT candidates as well. Okay, because even in for non-IT candidates, in the data science is a course where which don't stick to any particular domain. Every domain data science is useful, like every single domain. Going forward, I will explain about it detailedly. First, let's start our class. All right, that's the reason even for non-IT candidates also, if you are planning to shift your career to the IT, Tableau is the one of the best course, because it is in the Tableau there will be no coding, and it will be useful in every domain, so that your particular domain knowledge is also important to become a Tableau developer or data analyst. Okay. So before understanding what is Tableau, first let's talk something about data science. Now we are listening the terms data science and AI, artificial intelligence, a lot, right? AI means something like ChatGPT, which is using widely now everywhere. Data science and AI is related to each other. Okay, first let's see what is data science. Let me show you one picture. This is the life cycle of data science. There are 6 stages in data science. If you can see here, you can see my screen, right? So this is the data science life cycle, and there are 6 stages in it. I just wanted you to understand about this before starting Tableau. Okay. So there are 6 stages in data science. As you can see, the first is identifying problems and understanding business. The second one is data collection. Third one is data processing. Fourth is data analysis. Fifth one, data modeling. And sixth one is model deployment. Okay. As I said, data science is used in every domain. It won't stick to any single domain. Like if we talk about e-commerce, banking, insurance, finance, electrical, pharmacy, politics, civil, mechanical, sports, like, even for agriculture, everywhere, in every field, data science is important. Everywhere, to understand their business or to analyze their business, everyone is using data science only. Now, how does a data science works? Let's try to understand that. Okay, as you can see here in the first stage, the stage 1 is identifying problem and understanding business, right? First, they understand their problem statement or their business idea. Okay, what they need to do, how they need to get the profits, like that they will try to understand. Next, they will start collecting the data. Whatever data they will collect, first of all, that will be the raw data. Okay, then they will process the data. Okay, as you can see, the first stage is identifying problems and understanding the business. Understanding the business idea. Whenever we are working in the data science field or anywhere, we will have, in real time, we will have some clients, right? So first we need to understand their business idea, what they need to do, what is their business plan. We should analyze everything. Then we will start collecting the data, and the first of all, that data will be the raw data. And then we will start processing the data. Okay, that means we will first clean the data. Like if the data had any null values, duplicate values, outliers, we will remove everything. Okay, let's not talk deeply about this at this point, but basically just try to understand. They will clean the data in this stage. Okay, that stage is data processing. Here, data collection and then data processing. In data processing, the data cleaning will be done. Okay, next comes data analysis. This is the fourth stage. Okay, one second. All right. So fourth stage is data analysis. They will analyze the data here by using data visualization tools like Tableau, Power BI, or any other tools. There are many tools in the market right now. Here comes our role. Okay, this will be our role, data analysis. The fourth stage in the data science. After the analysis, based on the analysis, next stage will be the data modeling. Data modeling in the sense, they will, after the analysis of the data, after a data analyst creates some, if we talk about Tableau, after we create some Tableau dashboards or Tableau reports, we will send that Tableau reports to the data modeling team. Data modeling team in the sense, I will tell the exact roles after explaining about this process. But for now, based on the analysis, they will, in data modeling stage, they will start building ML models, that is machine learning models. Okay, there will be some ML models based on their business and data. They will use a related model at this stage. Okay, after create, if needed, they will create some new ML models, or else they will reuse the existing models in the fifth stage. And after that, after creating ML model, they will deploy the model in the sixth stage, that is called as model deployment. Okay. After creating ML models, they will deploy the model and they will see the results. If necessary, in this stage, if they face any problem, or if any more improvise, if they need any more improvisations, again the process will continue, because the business will be the continuous process, right? They will get some new data, they want to make some changes. So again, it is a completely the continuous process. Again, it comes with the step one, I mean the stage one. Okay, like this, it is a continuous process, and the cycle will repeats. Okay, basically this is the life cycle of data science. And here, let me tell you the job roles inside the data science. Like, who will do this entire process? Right. ML is on the 5th stage. Okay. So basically the job roles behind this complete process is, just give me a moment. I will share my complete screen. So as you can see, this is the cycle. There are 1, 2, 5 stages here. Now let's discuss what is the roles behind this stages. Okay. The first and second stages will be done by data engineers. There is one role called as data engineer. Okay. In this stage, what they will do, they will understand the problem statement first. They will collect the data. They will start collecting the data. And in the first, whenever they collect the data will be the completely raw data. Okay. And data engineers will try to clean the data. Okay. That is the first 3 steps is involved, is done by data engineers. But in the third step, half part of the step is done by data engineers. Okay. So the basic cleaning, they will first collect the data and the basic cleaning is done by data engineers only. Okay. Next comes the third and fourth stage. Okay. The third and fourth stage is done by data analyst. That is we. Okay. Half the basic cleaning will be done by data engineers and the remaining part and the remaining some sort of cleaning will be done by data analysts as well by using Python. Okay. And there is some more EDAs kind of that is like exploratory data analysis will be also a part of data analysis. We will clean the data. Okay. After that, we will start analyzing the data by using data visualization tools. Okay. Basically, this data processing, some part of the data processing and data analysis will be done by data analysts. Okay, in the data analyst, to be a perfect data analyst, you must have the knowledge on SQL, okay, any visualization tool and Python. If you know these 3 subjects, you can become a data analyst. Or else, if you want to be only a data visualization developer, you can learn any visualization tools like Tableau. Power BI is the most trending, most happening or most using nowadays. Companies are using only these 2 tools mostly, Tableau and Power BI. Okay. Along with this Tableau or Power BI, you should have at least some basics on SQL is must. Okay. So after learning Tableau, you will be in this stage. Okay. We will create the Tableau, whatever data after, whenever we are working in real time, we will coordinate with the data engineers team. They will send us the data and we will start creating reports on that data itself. Once we created the reports, once we did all the data analysis part, then we will send that to the data modeling team. Okay. Data modeling team, in the sense, here comes this stage. This 5th stage is done by data scientists. Okay. Or machine learning engineers, ML engineers. Only this 5th stage. Okay. After analysis, we will send, after doing some analysis on the data, we will send our Tableau dashboards or reports or, likewise, if it is Power BI, whatever company uses the visualization tools, we will analyze that and we will send our data analysis reports to the DS team, that is data science team. Data scientists or machine learning engineers involved in this step, in the stage, that is data modeling. They will create ML models here. And after creating the ML models, they will send this to the model deployment thing that is called as ML researchers. Okay. here ML researchers will be working with the stage. Once the ML model is created by data scientists or ML engineers, they will send that model to them, to the ML researchers team. They will deploy the model, because there should be something where the client need to keep their data, right? That is called as model deployment. This will be done by ML researchers. Okay. Again, if we get the new data, if from the client, if we get the new data, or if we want any changes, or if we want to increase the profits, if we want to take any other measures, again the cycle will continue. So basically this is the process in which, under the data science, as I said, first there will be data engineers. Okay. Next, data analysts. Next, data scientists or ML engineers. Okay. Next, machine learning researchers. And some data scientists are also involved in this stage. So this is the job roles behind the data science. Is it clear for everyone? Whatever I said so far, is that clear? If you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
please.
Yeah, can I audible? Yes,
Yes.
madam. How much knowledge should be required Python in data analysis as a data analysis?
As a fresher, or do you have any experience?
No, as a fresher, like I'm applying for the data analysis job.
Okay,
as
so
a
the
fresher.
basics of the Python is enough. You should have good knowledge on Tableau and SQL for sure.
Okay.
Especially if you are trying for the data analyst role. SQL, I can say SQL is the backbone. You should know 100% of the SQL. The most importantly, SQL. Then comes with the data visualization tool, and the basics of Python is enough. Because most of the companies nowadays, what they are doing, even in the MNCs also, for a data analyst role, even without using Python also, just by using SQL and Tableau, that we can do data analysis. Okay. If we add Python in that, that will be the more advantageous one.
More advantage. But how much knowledge should be required? Like, should I have to learn the Django and Flex frameworks as well as web development?
No. Web development is completely different. It is
Okay.
not in this. Okay.
Okay, so that is not like deep.
Libraries in Python like NumPy, Pandas, and
NumPy, Panda.
Yeah, you need to have at least basic knowledge on them. If not, also, if you are trying to just start your career in data science with even with the SQL and any visualization tool, either Tableau or Power BI, if you enter into the field, if you enter as a data analyst, after being selected, also parallelly you can learn Python.
Yeah, that's my question. Yeah, you are right.
No issues.
Okay, so that
but
is
you should have good sound knowledge on SQL. That is the must.
SQL Server procedural structural language, right? PLSQL also, or TSQL, Microsoft SQL
it's
Server.
Actually either SQL Server or MySQL. Nowadays, most of the companies are using MySQL because it is an open source, source thing. For SQL Server, previously they used to use SQL Server much. And along with the SQL, now also SQL Server is being used by many of the companies, but few companies like maybe the startups or some of the MNCs are using MySQL. Because they don't need to pay anything to maintain the MySQL servers kind of thing. But again, whether it is SQL Server or MySQL, the concept of the SQL is same. Okay, the language will be the SQL, that is structured query language. Yes. If you learn SQL, this are just the tools which we are using the SQL. Okay, whether you learn MySQL or SQL Server, anything will be the same.
Yeah, I learned Oracle SQL and the PLSQL. So PLSQL, that is also a procedure like package and everything, create exception and everything.
Correct. But being in data analysis, not PL/SQL is not much used. The basics of the SQL, like the joins.
That is enough. Yeah, joins, union, intersect. Those are all
correct. All the functions, and especially there will be one concept called as regular expressions. Because we will deal with the data, right? We need to extract the data. The data will be huge. We need to extract the data. For extracting the data, we will use a concept called as regular expressions in SQL. That is one of the most important topic for data analyst. Okay. So if you know SQL very, good, or if you have good knowledge on SQL, if you learn Tableau, you can just start getting into the data analyst role. After that, parallelly, you can learn Python. Okay.
Okay.
Most of the companies, while working also, they will train you on Python. No issues. Or else once started working, once you started working as a data analyst, parallelly also you can join in any Python course. No issues.
Okay. Microsoft Excel also, right? Like some of the
Excel is again, some companies instead of Python, they will use Excel, but most of the companies, they're using Python.
Yeah, Python.
No need of learning too. If you are planning to learn Python, no need of learning Excel much.
Yeah, that is. Excel is data analytics purpose, like banking domain. I'm from banking domain.
Okay.
So generally used for the banking domain, they use
Excel,
data analytics. Yeah,
correct.
Excel.
Banking domain, in banking domain, there is a huge demand for data analysts actually.
Yes.
Please learn any visualization tool that will be very helpful for you along with the SQL.
Yes, Excel knowledge. Excel knowledge should be required. Excel is basic, then that SQL server.
Because
then
for data science, if you are going for any particular domain, that domain knowledge is also very required for us to understand the data first, right? If you are saying that you belong to the banking domain, you already have some knowledge on the banking department so that you can understand the data very well. That's what I tried to say before. Data sciences don't stick to any single domain, right?
Right. That is good.
Some students if they are from the pharmacy students also, in pharmacy companies only, they can try as a data analyst because they will have that particular domain knowledge, right?
Right.
Like that.
Okay, so this is data analytics. That is a totally technical job, right? As a Java developer, Python developer, this is also technical.
Correct. But if we talk about machine learning only, more coding will be involved. In Python is also, it will be very less coding. Okay. If we talk about SQL also, you can know we will write only queries, not that much of being a Java developer or full stack developer. That will be the full time or full flexed coding will be there. But for Tableau, there won't be any coding. It's just everything about some right clicks or drag and drops kind of thing only.
Right, that is true. Initially, startup job, that is true.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So this is the complete process of data analysis. Okay, without anyone in this process, we have discussed that there are data engineers, data analysts, and data scientists, right? Without anyone, the process will be incomplete. Okay. So now you can understand the importance of data analyst or Tableau developer nowadays, right? It is because everywhere in every domain, data science is useful. That's the reason Tableau developers has huge demand in the market right now. Okay, and so whatever I said till now, I just said to make you understand what will be the process exactly done. Okay, to make you understand the complete picture of the data science only, I said everything. Because Tableau is a part of the data science. Okay, before entering into this domain, you should understand this. That's the reason I explained you everything. So just if you understand the process, that is fine. If you don't understand also, no problem, no worries. Okay, now let's see what is Tableau. So what is Tableau? Basically, Tableau is a visualization tools. Okay, we can create reports or visualizations by using Tableau. Okay, so what is visualization? For example, imagine I have given you a file, okay, which consists of data. For example, just imagine I gave you some 3 or 4 pages of data. Okay, there is one story in the form of paragraphs in it. And I gave you 3 minutes to understand the story. In that 3 minutes, you need to read that complete 4 pages of data. You need to read the complete story and you need to understand the story inside it. Okay. Instead of that, suppose instead of pages, I shown you, I will, instead of pages, if I show you a 3 minutes video, in that video, the entire story will be present. So now tell me, to understand the story, which is easier for you, reading text pages or watching video? Obviously watching video, right? Because human brains react to the videos faster. We can understand easily and quickly by watching videos. Instead of reading that boring text or boring numbers, we can understand easily by using videos. This is the importance of visuals. Okay. We can visualize everything in the form of graphs or charts to understand the data or to analyze any insights. Correct. Graphical representation of the data and less time consuming. By seeing the videos or visuals, we can understand easily and quickly. It will save the time for us. Right. Now, let's see some visuals. Suppose if I show you this pic, this is a screenshot of Excel having some data in it. There is, as you can see, there is an employee name, employee number, and salary in it. If I ask you which employee is earning highest salary and which employee is earning lowest salary, can you tell me in 2 seconds? No, right? It will take some time. And here there are only few records. As you can see on the screenshot, there are only 37 records. What if we have thousands of records or millions of records? Can you tell me by seeing this type of data easily? No, right? But if I show you this picture, this is a screenshot of Tableau tool, okay? And basically this is called as a bar graph, which is depicting the employee salary. The same data which we saw previously, for that data, if we create a bar graph, it looks like this, okay? Now, if I ask you the same question, you can tell me very quickly, right? Here, not only the data, the salary is displaying here beside the bars. The most easily understandable thing is here is the highest bar will be the highest salary and the lowest bar will be the lowest salary, right? Here, highest bar means the salary, highest salary is 60,000 here, right? In this picture, and the employee name is Pavani and Sri. And the lowest salary is 10,000 for Avan and Shubha, correct? We can tell easily and quickly. Though we have many rows also, no problem. We can understand the data easily by using this kind of visualizations, right? So this is the effectiveness of Tableau. It helps to understand and analyze the data very easily and quickly, right? Now, generally, why anyone do the business? To earn some profits, right? So to earn proper profits, one need to understand their business deeply, correct? Like, is their business is facing profits or losses? If they are facing any loss, what is the reason behind the loss? And what measures should they take to increase the profits like that, right? They need to analyze everything detailedly and understand what steps should they take to improve their business or to gain more profits, right? They need to analyze everything. Here comes the picture of data visualization tools. By using these tools, like data visualization in the sense, either Tableau, Power BI, like that. By using these tools, we can create some reports by analyzing their business data, okay? And help them understand about the things like, as I said, in what areas they need to concentrate to gain more profits like that. We will create a dashboard or a report on their data. First, let me explain with one example so that you can understand very easily. So, example, let's talk about any new vehicle, okay? Let's talk about any brand of the vehicle like Mahindra or Toyota, like that. Suppose they launch any vehicle in the market, okay? After launching, what they will do, they will analyze the sales, right? Maybe they will analyze the sales as per location. Like in Hyderabad, how many, the number of sales they got for that particular vehicle. And they will analyze customers' feedback also. Okay. Like they will try to understand which feature is mostly liked by the people, and is there any feature that people are more interested and which is not available in that particular vehicle. Like that, they will analyze And there will be many more factors to consider, okay? But how they will analyze all these things? With the help of the data, right? Like how many sales they got, what is the feedback of the customers, like that. Everything will be in the form of data only. They will collect the data first and they will start analyzing the data. Here, we Tableau developers or data analysts will help them to create the graphs to understand the data easily. Okay, so that they can by seeing that by seeing our Tableau reports, they can come to conclusion easily. Like as I said, from feedbacks, if they feel they need to add any new feature which people is needed, they include that feature and they will release new version of vehicle in the market, right? Which attracts more customers, thereby they can increase more profits, right? Same goes with every business. Okay. For example, let's take one more example. Let's talk about Swiggy. Suppose if we analyze the usage of Swiggy in Hyderabad, that will also everything will be in the form of data only, right? We will collect the data first from, for example, last 6 months of data from Swiggy, and we will start analyzing the data and we will start creating some charts. In that, we can able to show them, like in Hyderabad, for example, in which areas the Swiggy is used much and in which areas people are not using Swiggy much, right? And we can also tell on which restaurants users are ordering food frequently and on which restaurants we are not getting much orders, right? So that Swiggy can increase the price of items or restaurants from frequently ordering ones. And they can give some discounts on the restaurants where the sales are less, right? By our analysis only, whatever analysis we will do, whatever reports we will create, based on that reports only, all these decisions will be made by the Swiggy management, right? By the Swiggy people, so that on which they can analyze the things and they can come to some conclusions, like whether they want to give some discounts, whether they want to remove some restaurants from them, so that if at all they are not getting any orders, if they feel they are getting some loss kind of thing with that restaurants, they will remove that restaurants from them, right? And even they can also analyze the users who are not at all using the Swiggy much, and they will keep on, what they will do basically, they will keep on sending them notifications and some discounts to tempt them to order something, right? We all know, we mostly we all use Swiggy, we know how they will send us the notifications kind of thing. If we don't if we don't use Swiggy for some days, definitely they will provide some notifications for us, correct? In this way, they will analyze their data by using this visualization tools only, and they will improve their business by taking that particular measures. Okay. And of course, to attract more customers or to increase the sales, they will come with some huge discounts. For example, recently we all know we had some discount on Swiggy for 2 days, and if I'm not wrong, we have the Swiggy people are giving some discounts today also, right? This is their market strategy basically to improve their business or increase their profits, right? But they will take this kind of decisions after analyzing the sales data only. Okay. And this is done by the data analysts or Tableau developers. Okay. And mostly as I am talking about Swiggy also uses Tableau only very frequently. For almost every 2 months or 3 months, Swiggy will hire Tableau developer roles. You can also check in online or Naukri, like that. They will hire many data analysts or Tableau developers. Okay, clear? This is the importance of visualization tools. In every business, it is required, right? As I said, for apply, if you learn Tableau, you can apply for Tableau developer roles, and you need to know, you need to have some knowledge on SQL. And especially if you want to apply for data analyst role, you need to have good knowledge on SQL. Along with that, you need to know any visual, like Tableau also, any visualization tool. Along with that, if you have some basics of Python, that will be the added advantage. But I can say SQL is the backbone for data analyst role. Okay. You should know it's at least something about the SQL. That's the reason in this institute, we will also teach you SQL Server along with the Tableau in our course. We will teach you how to work with SQL Server, how we will connect the SQL Server with the Tableau. And if any students are completely new to the SQL, we will also cover some basic topics in SQL as well, SQL Server as well, and in our course along with the Tableau. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Whatever I said so far, do you have any doubts? You can ask me. Great. Now let's see some of the features of Tableau. Okay. The first and foremost feature is robust security. Okay. Tableau provides high level security to the data. To analyze, to analyze something, companies need to use their confidential data in Tableau, right? They need to keep all the data in the Tableau, right? But the data will be safe here. Tableau uses many security levels, and this is one of the reasons why most of the companies are preferred to use Tableau too. Okay, the data, whatever data they will use in the Tableau, that will be the secure. That will be the more secure. Okay, and the next feature is collaboration and sharing. Suppose you created some Tableau reports in your project. After creating, you want to share that report maybe to your manager or maybe to your client. Then how you will do that? There is one Tableau product. Okay, that is Tableau Online. There is one Tableau product called as Tableau Online. You need to log into that Tableau Online account, and you can, after logging from that Tableau Online account, you can share all your reports to anyone, even to your colleagues if needed, to your manager, or to the client, like that. So sharing reports is also very easy in Tableau. Okay, and we will learn about all the Tableau products detailedly in our next classes. Okay, we will learn how to create Tableau account. I will show you how we will create Tableau online account and what all we can do in it and how to share the reports, everything detailedly in further classes, right? Next, trends and predictive analysis. Next feature. By using Tableau, we can create trends of data, like, from year to year. We can predict the data, or we can predict the analysis about the future. Like, by using the data, by using this special trends and predictive analysis feature in Tableau, we can analyze like last 5 years of data or last 10 years of data, like that. Okay, and with respect to that, we can even predict the future data, like, next 1 year data, how the sales will be in the next year, like that. We can, with this trends and predictive analysis, we can analyze how the sales are from the last 5 years, and according to that graph, according to that trend, what we get, we can predict the next 1 year future data. Okay. And the next is live and in-memory data. Okay, next feature is live and in-memory data. Basically, there are two Tableau connections, two connections in Tableau, that is live connection and extract connection, or in-memory data, we will call it as. Okay, this is the means of connecting the data. And again, this is a very important topic, and we will discuss about this detailing later. Okay, we have one special, concept or special topic called as Tableau connections. In that, we will learn about this feature. Okay, and the next one is informative view and the mobile view. In Tableau, we have desktop view and mobile view also. That is, we can view Tableau reports in mobiles also. Okay, this is again one more special feature of Tableau. And the next comes with the data sources. We can connect to any data source easily in Tableau. Okay. First of all, to analyze the data or to create reports, we need data, right? First, let me just show you one figure. As I said, first, to analyze something, we need data, right? Imagine this is database. Okay. This is database. Okay. And imagine this is Tableau desktop where we will create our reports. Okay. We will create some reports here. This is called as Tableau desktop. Okay. And the data will be here. We will create the reports here, right? There should be something in between to connect the data to the Tableau desktop, right? There should be something in between to connect the data to the Tableau desktop, correct? That is called as Tableau connection, right? We have two types of Tableau connections. One is live connection and one is extract connection. Okay. By using these connections only, we will connect the data to the Tableau, right? What is live connection and what is extract connection? We will learn detailedly in our next classes. Okay. In what scenarios we will use live connection and in what scenarios we will use extract connection. What is the advantages and disadvantages between those two connections? Everything we will learn detailedly in our Tableau connections class. We will have a Tableau connection topic separately. Okay. For now, just understand. We will connect, first of all, to create any reports, we need data, and there should be something like, there will be some connection to connect the data to the Tableau desktop, right? This is only this feature, live and in-memory data, okay? And data sources in the sense, there will be many forms of data, right? Like the data can be in the form of text, the data can be in the form of Excel, the data can be in the form of a PDF, the data can be in the form of pictures, of course, like any images, right? And the data can be in the form of any database as well, right? So, many companies will use, any company can use any database. Like some companies will use MySQL, someone will use SQL Server, like that, right? There will be many databases available, and any company can use any database. And basically, apart from the database also, the data will be in this many forms. Okay. So the data may be in any form. We will connect that data to the Tableau easily. These are basically, in the Tableau terms, we can call this is a kind of data source. Okay. Like text file is one data source, Excel file is one data source, database is one data source, like that. There are many data sources available in the market, and to connect with each data source in Tableau is very easily. We can connect to any data source easily in the Tableau. Okay. So these are all some special features of Tableau. Clear? So how is Tableau better than Power BI? Current market share. Right. Frankly speaking, I won't say Tableau is better than Power BI or Power BI is better than Tableau, because both are same, right? Tableau is having its own advantages and disadvantages, and Power BI is having its own advantages and disadvantages. Something like I can say, yeah, correct. Both are competitors. Something like an Android phone or Apple phone, like that. The features or whatever the usage will be the same, right? If suppose I show you one dashboard, that dashboard can be created by using Tableau or by using Power BI. The output will be the same. Maybe the process is different. There are two different tools, okay? And both the tools is having the equal importance in the market. I really can't say 40% companies are using Tableau and 60% Power BI, or 60% Tableau, 40% Power BI. Those both are equally important. I can say 50-50. Most of the MNCs and most of the companies are using Tableau as well as Power BI. I can see 90% of the companies are using Tableau and Power BI equally, and remaining 10% are using, like there are very many other tools like ClickView and everything. 10% some companies are using those tools. Okay, but Tableau and Power BI, they are, for now, it's equally distributed. Correct. It depends upon the company's requirements. Correct. Okay. But again, if you learn Tableau also, with the Tableau knowledge also, as a fresher, you can join as Power BI developer also, because the concepts will be the same. Most of the concepts will be the same. The usage will be the different. Okay. If you should know SQL must. You should have good knowledge on SQL. If you learn Tableau, you can either try as a Tableau developer, or with the Tableau knowledge, you can even try for Power BI developer role as well, because the concepts will be the same. The methodology will be different, which you can learn after joining in the company. Also, they will train you if you have Tableau knowledge, right? So yeah, this is my answer for your question. Next, this is the salaries of Tableau. Actually, this is the old PPT. I didn't changed it recently. In US and even in India, we for data analyst or for Tableau developer, we have a nice pay scale. Okay. Next, let's talk about Tableau products. One second. After understanding the Tableau products, let's open Tableau desktop and let's see the user interface of Tableau desktop. Okay, quickly let me explain the Tableau products first. Okay, there are 6 products of Tableau, right? As you can see here, this is Tableau desktop, Tableau reader, Tableau public, Tableau server, Tableau online, and Tableau prep. There are 6 products available in the Tableau. Okay. First, let's talk about Tableau desktop. This is the place where we will create all the Tableau, reports or graphs. Okay. We as a Tableau developer mostly work on this Tableau desktop only. Okay. We will, whatever reports we generate, we will create those on this Tableau desktop only. Okay. We will create some visualizations here. Next, Tableau server. There is something called as Tableau server. Basically, it is used for, I can say, collaboration purposes in organizations. Like, by using Tableau server, we can track the usage. Mostly, Tableau server is generally maintained by Tableau admin people only. There will be Tableau developers and there will be Tableau administrators, right? So Tableau admin professionals will use this Tableau server. In this server, they can change any settings of the Tableau desktop, and they can by using this Tableau server only, they can give any permissions to the user, like for whatever Tableau Tableau graphs we will share to any users, how much of permission do they require? Like they can either they can only view the report, maybe they can edit the report, like that. There will be some kind of roles and there will be some kind of settings or permissions. Okay, everything will be done by Tableau server. And along with that, most importantly, they by using Tableau server, they can track the usage. That means if anyone is using Tableau desktop, all the details will be stored in Tableau server, like which user is used, I mean, how much time they use the Tableau desktop, like that. Okay, what they did, every details will be stored in Tableau server. They can track they can track Tableau admin people can track all the details. And of course, we have a separate topic on this Tableau server topic also, right? In the Tableau server also, we have a separate topic. At that time, I will show you everything practically for you. Okay, how we can change the settings, what are like that, everything. Of course, Tableau administrators will use this, but being a Tableau developer, if you have some knowledge on the Tableau server, it will be more added advantage for you. Okay. How we will change the settings, what will be the roles, how we will give the permissions, how we will track the data, like that. Okay. Next comes with Tableau Online. As I said previously, this Tableau Online, by using Tableau Online, we can share the reports, right? It is a cloud-based product which is used for content sharing and content distributing. That means it is something like a cloud. For example, most of us, we will use Google Drive, right? In Google Drive, what we will do, we will log in into our account and we will share some files by using Google Drive, right? Same like that in Tableau. Tableau Online is also an account. We need to log into it, and by using Tableau Online only, we will share all the Tableau reports or dashboards which we already created. We will share that to our clients or managers. Okay, something like a Google Drive, right? Next, there is one more product called as Tableau Reader. Okay, Tableau Reader is nothing but it helps us to save the it helps the user to read the saved files. Okay, by using Tableau Reader, we can save the files, and we can and any user can read that files, and it is free of cost. Tableau Reader is free of cost, and information saved on the Tableau Reader is very secure and confidential. I can say this is just like a computer file. In our laptops or computer, if we save any files in our computer, we can open it anytime without anyone's permission, right? If there is any text file, we can just open it and we can go through that even without internet, right? This is also something like that. Even without internet, even without anyone's permission, whatever file saved on this Tableau Reader, any user can open that file, and they can access that file. Okay. And the data, whatever we stored on the Tableau Reader, that will be the safe. That will be the it keeps it confidential only. Okay. Next, we have Tableau Public. Tableau, 1 second, please. So it is free or licensed. Are you talking about the Tableau products? So basically, Tableau Desktop, it is for students, it is free for 1 year, and after 1 year, we need to pay some amount to access the Tableau Desktop. Okay, and Tableau Public and Tableau Online accounts, that is completely free for everyone. And synchronized data update, future available in Tableau. Yes, we have one separate concept on it, Mehul. At that time, I will explain you. Okay, how we will get the updated data directly to the Tableau like that. How we will synchronize the data, everything. Right. So we are talking about Tableau Public, right? So Tableau Public is freely available for everyone. Basically, Tableau Public is used by journalists or bloggers. Like if they want to post any interactive articles online, they will use this product. Mostly journalists will use this Tableau Public. Okay. And one more most important product is Tableau Prep. Tableau Prep is a newly added product. It is a kind of ETL tool. Did you heard about ETL? ETL in the sense extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay, extraction, transformation, and loading. That is an ETL tool. By using this ETL tool, we can transform our data. Like before connecting the data to the Tableau, if we want to clean our data, we will use this Tableau Prep tool. Okay. Again, this is a very important topic. At least we will take some 4 to 5 classes to learn this product. Okay. I will show you how to install Tableau Prep, and we will see every feature in the Tableau Prep very practically. Right? So this is about Tableau products. As I said, as a Tableau developer, we use Tableau Desktop. Right? But along with the Tableau desktop, if you have the knowledge on how to use Tableau server and Tableau prep, that will be the most advantageous thing for you. That will be like an added advantage for you. Okay. So in our course, in our entire course, along with the Tableau desktop, everything we will learn very practically. I will use real-time data only. I will use real-time databases for learning each and every topic in Tableau desktop. Okay. Along with that, we will also learn how to use Tableau server, how to create Tableau online account, and how to use Tableau prep. By using Tableau prep, how we will clean the data, how this is an ETL tool basically. So how we will clean the data, how we will extract and transform the data will be, we will learn that in the Tableau prep classes. Okay. So at the end of the course, you will learn the SQL server, we will have some classes on SQL server. Okay. If you are completely new to SQL, I will cover some concepts, some basic concepts of SQL, and we will learn how we will use SQL Server separately, and along with the Tableau, how we will connect SQL Server. Also, we will learn in our course. Okay, this is with Tableau we will learn. We will teach SQL Server to some extent. I mean, I won't say I will cover each and every topic of the SQL, but the basic topics and the important topics of the which we need in Tableau, that topics I will cover in this class freely. Okay. Along with that, as I said, you will learn this Tableau desktop, Tableau server, Tableau online, and Tableau prep. These both are not used for us. Okay. These are only important concepts. Tableau server and Tableau prep is more important. We will learn everything practically. All right. Clear? So as I said, as the Tableau developers, we will use Tableau desktop, right? Now, let's see the user interface of Tableau desktop. So whenever I open Tableau desktop, this is the first page we will get. This is the user interface of the Tableau desktop. Okay. I know the time is almost up. I took some time to explain you what is the life cycle of the data science, because I feel that is very important, to learn about, to know about what is what before entering into the actual subject. Okay. And now I will show you some basics of Tableau desktop interface. And from tomorrow, we are going to start our first batch at 8 p.m. IST. Okay. So I will explain detailedly about the Tableau interface, and let's create our first report in tomorrow's class. Okay. But before that, let me just quickly show you the Tableau interface today. It's today also. Again, I will repeat it clearly in tomorrow's class also. Okay. So this is the user interface of Tableau desktop. Okay. Towards left, you can see something like, you can see connect here, right? These are various types where we can connect the data in Tableau. Like as I said before, we need to connect to the data first, right? We need to connect to the data first to create any Tableau reports, right? There are various types of data, like it may be the data can be in text file, in Excel file, in JSON file, PDF, or any servers, or like any databases, right? So before starting analyzing the data or to create any charts, we need to connect the data first, and the data can be in any form. In Tableau, we can connect to the data very easily. Okay, from here we will connect to the data. Okay. And at the bottom, you can see something called as saved data sources, right? There are two data sources available here. One is sample superstore and another is wall indicators. This is basically freely, Tableau will provide these two data sources so that it will be helpful for learners to access the data. You can just open any one of this data and you can practice. Okay, after learning the course, you can just practice with this data as well. This is just the data source. We can get the data from here. Okay. And in between, these are some graphs which we created recently. Okay, all the recently created graphs will be available here, right? And towards the right, you can see something called as discover. This is basically, you can ignore this. If we get some, any kind of updates from the Tableau, or all the resources will be available here. Basically, we can ignore this. Okay. First, let's see how we will connect to the data quickly. As I said, we can connect to the data from here. First, let's connect to the Excel file today. Okay. To connect to the Excel file, I need to click on Microsoft Excel here, right? If I click here, it will ask me to select the data from, it will ask us to select the file from our laptop. So we have, let me show you first one simple data. Yeah, I'm connecting to the employee details table. Employees details graph. Sorry, employee details Excel file. Okay. So after selecting the Excel file, we will get into this page. Okay. Towards the left, you can see this is the menu bar, which I will explain detailing in the further classes. And here you can see the connection to what we got connected. Okay. Basically, this is called as data source page. This is towards the bottom left, you can see data source, right? This is the data source page. Here you can find at what file we got connected. It is showing like employee details file, and it is a Microsoft Excel file, right? And here in this file, there is only sheet 1. Okay. First, let me show you that file. Okay. Then only I will show you in Tableau. See, this is the Excel file, which I just created, which I just connected to the Tableau. This is the Excel file. Here we have only one sheet, sheet 1, and we have 3 columns: employee name, employee number, and salary, right? If I scroll it down, we have something like 38 rows here. Okay. Now, the same Excel file I connected to the Tableau desktop, right? I connected that same Excel file here, employee details Excel file, and there is only sheet 1, right? Now, to get this data into the Tableau desktop, we will just drag that sheet to here, right? I'm just dragging this sheet 1 and dropping it here. Immediately, you can see we got data, right? Here, this is the data. You can see employee name, employee number, and salary, right? It is showing the rows count also here. That is 37 rows, right? This is the column names: employee name, employee number, and salary. And towards the left also, you can see something called as field, and field name. Fields is nothing but the column names, right? And towards the top right, you can see something called as connection here, live connection and extract connection, which I just explained you previously, right? There are 2 connections in Tableau. There should be something in between to connect the data to the Tableau, right? That is called as Tableau connection, and we have 2 connections. Currently, we are using live connection. Okay. In the Tableau connections class, I will explain you detailing about this one, right? For now, you can ignore this. And this is the sheet 1, and this is the data. If you observe here, you can see something called as ABC and hash here, right? Here, Tableau is very smarter enough. Once we get the data, once we connect the data, Tableau itself identifies its own data types. Okay. All of us know what is data type, right? For every data, for every column, there will be one data type. For example, employee name is character data, right? Employee number and salary is the numerical data or integers, right? So ABC in the sense character data. Okay. Here you can see this ABC in the sense character data, hash in the sense numerical data. Okay. And there are also some more data in the Tableau some more data types in the Tableau. That is, one is geographical data, that which we will use for locations kind of thing, city, place. Whenever we create this graphs, geographical location graphs, that data type will be character data, numerical data, geography location data, and next is date time data type. Okay. For all the date columns, like maybe your there will be some data date columns, right? Like ship date, order date, like that. All the date columns, this data type will be there. For now, in this current data, we have only two data types. One is character data and one is numerical data. Automatically, Tableau recognizes the data types and it will represent like this. Okay, clear? So now let's see quickly. I will take 5 more minutes and let's see quickly how we will create our first graph. Okay, this is the data source page. To create the graphs, we need to go to the sheet level. Here at the bottom left, you can see sheet 1, right? I'm clicking on it. Once we click on sheet 1, this is the sheet level. This is the place where we will create graphs. This is basically at the center, this is called as canvas. Here only we will create the graphs. Observe here now. Towards the left, these are, we can see the column names towards the left. There is, we can see something called as tables. Below that, we will see the column names, right? If you observe clearly, this Tableau, what it did, it separate the column names, right? There is a separate line here in between, correct? Guys, first, just tell me something. Do you, is it okay for you if I extend the class for 10 more minutes or 5 to 10 minutes so that I can explain you how to create our first graph? Or else do you want me to continue in tomorrow's class? Everyone. Is it okay? Sure, thank you. So, right. See, if you observe here, there is a line here in between, right? There is a separate line here. This Tableau is very smarter. It divides all our columns into two types. Okay, this is first part and this is second part. This is called as dimensions and this is called as measures. Okay, all the data in the Tableau or all the columns in the Tableau will be divided into two parts or two parts. First one is dimensions. Okay, dimensions, and the second one is measure. Now, what is dimension and what is measure? First, let's understand what is measure. All the numerical columns will comes under measure. Okay, if you observe employee number, this is there's a spelling mistake here. I didn't observe. Instead of 0, that it is I here, but this is basically employee number. Okay, employee number as and salary is both are numerical columns only, right? Number data type, numerical data type. So all the numerical data will comes under measures. And apart from the numerical data, all the remaining data, whether it may be the character data, geographical data, I mean the location kind of thing, or the date data types like ship date, order date, every other data types, whatever it is there, except the numerical data, all the data comes under dimensions. Okay, let me repeat it. All the numerical data comes under measures. Apart from the numerical data, any other data types like character data, geographical data, date data type, everything apart from the numerical data comes under dimensions. Okay. One more thing, or one more definition, what I can say. For any kind of data, if we can make any kind of aggregations or calculations, okay, for the data which we can make any kind of aggregations or calculations, that data comes under measures. Okay, that means indirectly numerical data only. For numbers only, we can perform any kind of calculations, right? Plus, minus, percentages, like that. If you want to find the percentage, if you want to find the discounts, we will do that for numerical data only, obviously, right? If you want to, if we want to find some aggregations in the sense, we have some aggregate functions in SQL, right? Like minimum, maximum, count, right? Some average, right? Average, minimum, maximum, count, all those aggregations, obviously we will do for numerical data only, right? So what if we want to do any kind of aggregations or calculations, basically we will do that for numerical data only. All that data will comes under measures. Remaining other data will comes under dimensions, okay? That means we cannot perform any calculations or aggregations for normal character or geographical or date data type data, right? So you can to remember easily, you can just understand numerical data comes under measures and remaining other data comes under dimensions. Okay, clear? So Tableau automatically, it recognizes the data types. First thing, in data source level, here it recognizes the data types, and according to these data types, it divide the data or it divide the columns into dimensions and measures. Okay, I hope you understand. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Next, there is something called as some shelves here, like pages, filters, marks, right? Here marks is nothing but if we want to make any kind of, if you want to edit our graphs, if you want to change the color of the graph, if you want to change the size of the graph, if you want to provide some text to the graph, like that, every other, whenever you want to edit our graph, if you want to make this changes in our graph, we will use this marks shelf. Okay. And there is another shelf called as filters shelf if we want to filter our data, right? Because we have huge data, but we will, whenever we are analyzing something, we will apply some filters. Like, for example, if salary, we want to display only the salary of the employees who is having the salary above 25,000, like above 30,000, salary of about 10,000, like that. If we apply any kind of filters, we will use this filters shelf. Okay. Tableau filters is the most important concept which we will use much while creating graphs. We have separately, we will have all those concepts we will learn in the future classes. Okay. Next, there is something called as columns and rows here. This is the place where when we just drag these column names here, our graphs will be created. Okay, let's see it now practically, then you can understand. And at the top, there is a menu bar. We have many options here, and each and every option we will going to learn in our next classes, like what is dashboard, story analysis, everything we will learn practically in while creating some graphs. Okay. And most important thing, towards the right side, there is something called as show me here, right? These are all the graphs available in Tableau. There are 24 inbuilt graphs in Tableau. You can see these are all the various types of graphs. In the starting, there all the graphs will be disabled for us. Whenever we will select the data, that related graphs will be enabled for us. Okay, so that it will be easy for any developer or any new learner to understand what kind of graph will be applicable for what kind of data. Okay, now let's see. See, as I said, to create a graph, we need to select the data first. After selecting the data, that related graph will only enable for us, right? And if you observe, first let's create one graph. Just first drag this employee name to the rows part. Okay, we got the employee data. And if you observe, the first graph is enabled for us. The first graph, if I keep my cursor here, at the bottom, you can see the graph name. I'm keeping the cursor at the first, at the bottom, you can see that is a text table graph. And you can also see the prerequisites at the bottom. That is what is required for us to create that graph. One or more dimension, one or more measure. As I said, this is dimensions and this is measure. One dimension is required to create this graph. Like, you can, of course, ignore this one, or else by seeing this also, we can understand what is required to create this graphs. Okay. Basically, the main important point is the name of the graph will be available here. Like, if I'm just placing the cursor here, it is telling the graph name, text table. Okay. If I'm placing the cursor here, it is telling this graph is horizontal bar, and at least one measure is required to create the horizontal bar, right? So it is telling the graph names and the requisites here. Correct. So now what I'll do, I will drag this salary to the columns, right? Directly I got bar graph here. Now you can see some more graphs are enabled for us. So all the enabled graphs is applicable for this data. By using this data, like, by using salary and by using employee name and salary, we can create this many graphs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? All the remaining graphs which are disabled is not applicable to this data. Okay. The, related graphs will only enable for us whenever we will select the data. Here you can get one doubt, that how to know whether I need to keep the employee name in rows or columns, like that, right? How to know I need to keep the employee name in rows itself, how to know salary in columns itself. If that is the thing, there is one more way also. I'm just removing it here from now. To remove that, there are two options. First thing, we will have a drop down here. We can click remove from here. It will be removed, or else simply drag this and drop it somewhere down. It will remove. Okay, two options. Now, if you have that doubt, like how to know where to keep whether in rows or columns, simply without dragging and dropping, we can double click on the column name as well. I'm just double clicking on the employee name. It automatically went into the rows, right? Previously, what I did, I dragged the employee name into the rows. You can get doubt how I need to know to keep in rows or columns, right? If that is the case, you can just double click here. Automatically, Tableau, it is very smarter. It will take the data into the rows automatically, right? When coming to the columns, if I select, it will go to the columns, but it won't show there. In columns, it won't show. It will show here. Basically, all the numerical data will be taken as in the aggregated form. You can see sum here, the sum of salary we can see, right? But at the back end, it will go to the columns only, but you can see it here. Okay. All right. So if we want to create a graph, what we will do, now I selected employee name and salary. Simply, I will select graphs from here. Now I want to create a bar graph. I will just click this one. I got a bar graph, right? In this bar graph, if I want to edit the colors, I can say, if I already said, if we want to edit the colors, we need to use this marks shelf, right? So I want to edit the color according to the employee name. Like for each and every employee, I want a different color. Then what I will do, I will just drag this employee name and drop it in the color option, right? We have color in marks shelf, right? I'm dropping it there. Immediately, I got different colors for each name, right? Clear? Easy, right? Creating graphs is very easy in Tableau. Just drag and drop and just few clicks. No coding is involved here. And if I want to display the data in descending order or ascending order, we have options here. See, we have some symbols here. This is ascending order, this is descending order. If I click this, I got the data in descending order, right? If I click this, I got the data in ascending order. Clear? And if I want to display the data, if I want to display the salary beside this bar, what I need to do, here there is one T symbol option here, T. I can click here. Okay, if I click this T option, the salary is displaying beside the bars. Okay, or else if I just keep, if I move the cursor here, it is showing. If I keep cursor anywhere, it is showing the employee name along with the salary. Instead of, if I don't want to move this cursor, still I want to see the graph, you can see towards the left side, by default, we will get all the employee names. And if we click this T option, we will get the salary names here. Right? It's really easy, guys. And what is this label? And label is also the same thing. If here we have only two options, right? I will show you in the next graph. And remaining also, according to the graphs, we will learn each and every options here. And for this data, as we can see, we can create all these graphs, right? Let's create one more graph. This is bar graph. Let me open sheet 2. If you want to open sheet 2, let me rename here. Sheet 1, if we just double click this, we can rename here. This is bar graph, okay? And if I want to create one more graph with this data, I will open another sheet. To open a new sheet, there is one option here. The first option, we need to click here. So sheet 2 we open now. Okay. Again, I will do the same thing. I'll just select employee and select salary. Now I will create this graph. This is tree map. Okay. If I just click, if I just click here, I got the graph. If I click here, I got this one. But I want to create tree map here. Let me rename it first. Data will be represented in the form of the squares or rectangles, I can say. Okay. According to the salary, it took the size of the shape. Like Uday has the highest salary with 1 lakh. So the biggest box is took for the highest salary and the smallest box is took for the lowest salary, right? Preeti with 10,000. So the small box is for Preeti. Here, if you observe, if I want to change the color, what I will do again, I will drag this, I will drag this employee name to the color so that for each and every employee, I will get different colors. As I said in bar graph, what I did, if I click this T option, I got the salary there. But here, what it is happening, if I click the T option, employee names are disabled. If I click the T option, I'm getting the employee names. But here, along with the employee names, if I want to display the salary on the box itself, what I will do, here there is something called as label option here, right? This is, of course, this T is nothing but label, okay? We have another T or another label option in marks shelf as well. If I want to display the salary here, what I will do, I will drag the salary and drop it in the label or the T part. I will get the salary, right? If we have many data here, the data is, as this is our first graph, I'm showing you the simple data, okay? Going forward from tomorrow, we will deal with the sales data and finance, like that, different data types we will see. And in that we have many rows and many columns. If we want to display along with the salary, suppose if there is something called as another column here, something like, for sales data, there will be profits, there will be sales, right? If I want to display the sales and profits, I will display the sales to the, I will drag the sales and keep it on the label. Then I will get the sales. Along with that, once again, I will drag the profit and keep it on the label. I will get the profits as well. Like that, how many columns we want to, how much data we want to display on the boxes, we will just drag that particular columns to the label part. Okay. Right? Clear? In the same way, we can create one more graph also. I'm just selecting employee number. I'm selecting salary. And now we have one more graph called as packed bubbles. I'm just selecting this one. This is almost same. This is just the graphical difference is there. Everything, this data is in the form of bars. This data is in the form of rectangles. This data is in the form of circles. That's it, right? Again, employee name to the color part, right? Salary to the label part. Clear? This is the basic graph. And apart from this inbuilt graph, there are, some more complex graphs which we need to create manually. This graphs, all the inbuilt graphs, we will just get it by clicking here, right? Along with this graphs, we have some more special graphs called as, donut charts, we have funnel charts, we have waterfall charts, we have lollipop charts, we have word cloud charts. Like that, we have many charts which we need to create manually. We need to follow some steps to create that graphs. Those are not inbuilt graphs, right? Inbuilt graphs with just one click we will get. But if we want to create that special graphs, we need to follow some process. So we will learn each of that special graphs also, how to create that graphs. We will learn everything in our course, right? Clear, guys? This is the user interface and this is the basic graph. This is how we will create the basic graph. In tomorrow's class, we will learn some more things. First, in tomorrow's class, we will learn one advanced graph called as waterfall chart tomorrow. And then we will start our basic concepts eventually, right? Clear? And the speciality of my course is that along with the each and every concepts at the end, after completion of our portion, I will explain you some important interview questions and I will explain you one real-time dashboard for you. Let me show that dashboard image once. You can see this picture, right? This is basically HR Analytics dashboard. And this is how in real time we will create the dashboard. Okay. So I will teach how we will create this entire dashboard from scratch. From the starting, what is the data behind that, how we will create this each dashboard. Dashboard in the sense, nothing but it's a collection of graphs. Okay. Collection of graphs. This is one graph. This is one graph. This is one graph. Like that, the collection of graphs is called dashboard. We have a separate concept called as dashboard. At that time, we will learn how to create a dashboard and and we will create some dashboards practically with the same data which we are learning every topics. And along with that, this is another real-time dashboard. At the end, we will learn how to create this dashboard. Okay. And we will create this dashboard very professionally, like, how to get this colors, how to get this background, exactly how this how this chart fixed in this box, everything we will learn very practically. Okay. And you can see this attrition by gender. is one chat called as Lollipop chat. This is a advanced chat. We will learn everything very practically. At the end, I will show you how we will create this dashboard, right? So that's it for today's seminar. Tomorrow, let's meet at 8 p.m. IST, and we will learn how to create waterfall chat, and we will learn some more concepts tomorrow. Okay. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Any doubts, guys? Whatever I said, is that everything clear for you? Morning batch for now, there is no morning batch, Nikat. For now, we are planning a batch at 8 p.m. IST. Is it clear, guys? Do you have any doubts, or can I end the session? Is it clear so far what I have explained to you? See, learning Tableau is very easy. Creating graphs is most easy. Okay, but the main thing is that we need to understand, as a Tableau developer or as a data analyst, we need to understand what graph is suitable for what kind of data. Okay, by using which graph the data is more, we can the data, which graph is suitable for which data, how we can analyze more clearly by using which graph should be, we need to understand that thing first. And whenever I start explaining these visualizations in our classes, you can understand that importance also. Okay, whenever I'm explaining each and every graph, I will tell how to understand that which data is suitable for that particular graph. Okay, clear? All right, guys, thank you then. Let's meet tomorrow. I hope there is no questions for you. I'm ending the session now. All right. Thank you and have a good day. AI and ML won't be take over job, data analysts. Not at all, Mehul Patel. Many people are, having this kind of doubt, like, as there are many AI tools or like ChatGPTs or many AI models are coming. Will it take over our jobs? No, because the data, we humans only will understand the data. We need to analyze the data, right? Of course, by using the AI, we can create such kind of graphs, but we don't, the company won't take risk to provide that complete data to the AI manually, the AI directly. So AI won't take our jobs completely. Don't worry about it. With the help of that AI tools, we can, maybe it will be easy to do our jobs more effectively, but it won't take over our jobs. Right. All right, guys. I already took almost half an hour extra, so let's speak tomorrow. Okay. Bye.